Hey, it's Mr. Johns, and welcome to this edition of What's Mr. Johns Playing. I don't know what it's called, actually. Hey, want to do a game review of Circuit Superstars. Now, this, to be honest, is the first time I've ever played a beta version of anything. I typically wait until the full version of a game is out, but a lot of people play betas and they like to get that early access. I don't know why, actually. I guess you can give them feedback and you can, I don't know if people ever do, but if you're excited about a game, you get in early, and for me that's never been an issue. I just don't care that much. I want to see the finished version. So this is a interesting example of my first beta that was terrible. And so when I first played it maybe a month ago, literally you could drive one car around a track. That's it. No opponents, no points, no upgrades. It got boring really, really fast, and I forgot about it, honestly. I paid for it. I don't remember what it was, how much it was, but I bought an early version and forgot about it until just this morning, and I had seen there had been some upgrades and that it had been officially released, and so I thought, well, hey, now's my chance to see what it looks like before and after. And the good news is it's really, really good. Now, this kind of brings me back to early gaming days for me, maybe 80s, early 80s, kind of arcade racing games. Not at the arcade, but this is a game that I would have played on the computer, early computer games. And I loved the kind of top view, cartoony look. I always have. I just thought it was kind of fun. So I have already played the Picano Cup, and I experimented with keyboard controls, which were terrible, and then plugged in the PlayStation 4 controller, and much better. You have the option, of course, of using the arrow keys, the directional keys, on the keyboard. On the controller, or the stick, the left stick. And I quickly discovered that the stick is easier and better. So I took first place in the Picano Cup on the easiest level. So you can see up top here, you might see I've got Picano Cup highlighted on the left, and it shows me that I finished amateur first place, and so I can go back and play it again at the additional difficulty levels, which would include Pro-Am, Pro, Master, and Superstar. So that's kind of cool. If I were to back out of this, you'll see that my options, here's my car, here's me looking pretty swag in my retro helmet and reflective goggles. It's got Grand Prix, which is kind of like career mode, I would say, and then free play, drive around, right? Get used to the tracks. Online, I haven't tried yet. Weekly time trials, I have not tried yet. May not. But if you want to compete against other people to see how you are doing on a specific track, it might be interesting. Top Gear, Time Attack, no idea. I know they do mention Stig from the show Top Gear, and so maybe that's related, so I will possibly do a review of these other options later on. The garage is where you go to see all your vehicles, and this is where I edited my driver to put that helmet on and reflective goggles. Now the cars, I don't know, I don't know if I actually own all of these. That seems kind of weird right off the top to own every single one of these cars. Or maybe you just get to edit them and use them when you earn them. I don't know. That's a little bit bizarre. So again, I will update you later on. So this is really just after playing it. I did 5 races. That's it. So history. It'll basically just say, hey, here's my replays, which I don't know if I have any, and here's my recently played. Well, let's find out if I have replays. I do. So all right. So that was this morning, October 30th. So I have 4 replays. I have no idea why. I don't know what they thought was impressive enough to record them. I did not do that myself. So let's take a look at one of these to see what and why they recorded it. So this is me. I believe my first race with keyboard arrow keys really struggled. That's a pretty good corner. Actually, maybe this isn't my first race. As you know, with any racing game, the corners are the key, and it took me a while to figure out the corners. And if you don't get the corners right, you're not going to win. So one thing I noticed there's a bad corner. I just rode the rail, so this might have been my first race. Pretty bad. So I was having a hard time with the keyboard switching over to the brake with the down arrow. Just didn't like it. And then once I figured out that as you race each lap, the cars leave some rubber on the track. And so as you see right here, that shows you kind of the best line, which I am not following at all. Still in first place at the easiest level, so that's cool. But you can see way bad, and that guy passed me on the inside. So corners are super important. But once I learned to kind of follow those best lines right here, bounce off it. No, I didn't work. I got better and better. And anyway, eventually I won. So it's all good. Exit. Oh, quit. There we go. So quit to main menu. Yes, please. So I don't know what it recorded. It looked like there was I raced 5 races, and let me just take a look again. I raced 5 races, and there's 4 recordings, and so I don't know how they chose those. So and then recently played with, that's online and nobody. So, and then here's settings where you can set up your controller, audio, vibration, etc. And so I'm going to go ahead and go back to Grand Prix, and I'm going to race 1 race just to kind of show you what it looks like. So I'm going to do the second tournament here, Super Lex Trophy. And what's cool is, as I scroll through here, look at this. Every circuit is a different car. So perhaps I have one of each, and that's why I have them already, so I can just go play. I wonder if I can play them out of order. Let's find out. Formula GP World Series, that's probably the hardest one, and it looks like I can play it, so I don't have to earn it. 10 laps, so it's twice as long, and I'm sure it is much harder. It looks like it uses 150% of gas and 150% of tire. Oof. So, and then 50% of damage. I think that's what that would be. So, much harder. And so if they actually incorporate like pit stops for gas, that is awesome. That rarely comes into play in a racing game. So I hope so. But I'm going to go ahead and just go to, not that one. I'm going to do these in order. And I'm going to go ahead and race the second one at the amateur level. And there's my feather car. And I've got these 5 tracks. Oh, can I switch? Oh, these are just colors. Just colors. So I want my car to look different. Then why paint it? Why edit it? Just do it here. Of course I like red with white stripes, if you know me at all and what I drive in real life. That fits perfectly. So let's go ahead and go for it. Sugar Hill. So it tells me my first track is Sugar Hill. It should be a little harder than the first round. I like how there's animations and cartoon RVs, and there's a Volkswagen there, and people and flags. There are some things moving. The trees move. And as I race, the shadows, it's really not bad for a cartoony game. So as I race, what you don't see is that if I were to cut the corner right there, I'll slam the wall. I feel the rumble. I feel the rumble in the controller, which is really cool. So they did a good job. If I just cut the corners of all of those colored tiles on the corner, I get a little bit of rumble. This is what I'm trying to look at that tires for best line. So catch that guy really fast. So I'm gonna try to catch him if I can. It's gonna be on corners where you beat people. So the rumble feature is really accurate. I like it. When you slam the wall, you feel it. You get a car, which I shouldn't. That was like a speed penalty. Okay, folks, we're not seeing So talking about the feeling of control, these cars are different than the first cars for sure. Like I wouldn't have spun out in the first circuit like I did, but here these cars spin out. So I like that. When you think about it right here, I'm not sure if you want to just bounce off somebody. You can try it a little better than that. I'm gonna catch this car. I'm way faster than that. But because it's amateur, it's assuming I'm going to be racing. I'm not most of the time. This guy. I am on lap 4. I'm cutting off the side here. Put my brake on just a little bit. Here we go. I got 1.5 laps to go. Follow that black line there, the tire tread. And swing wide, cut tight. And I'm not using the brake at all on that one. So I can get a little distance between myself and that car. Here, a little brake. Braked and then back on the gas. So it's really not much different than real driving, to be honest with you. And if you don't know it, I teach drivers education. So all that kind of knowledge comes into play because it's real. It's, the way you drive a car is the way you drive a car in the game. For the most part, people count on people, stuff like that. But so that is one race of Circuit Superstars. I highly recommend it. You can pick it up on what? You can pick it up online for sure on Steam, and it's fully out and worth every penny. And so I think that let's see if I can bring it up and bring it over. Let's take a look at how much it is. So Circuit Superstars out now. This is the game. This is what it looks like, and you can get it for Xbox One or Steam. And let's see if there's a price down here. I don't see a price. Do you see a price? I don't see a price. Lots of information, lots of screenshots, no price. Maybe it's way down at the bottom, maybe it's way at the top. I don't know. So I'm not going to read all that. Yeah, just lots of information. Weekly update, blah, blah. Okay, let's go back to the top. So, give me a price on this thing. Maybe this is just updates, so that's not the store. So let's go over to the store and let's look up Circuit Superstars. Circuit. You guys probably know. Maybe there was a faster way to. Oh, there it is, $19.99. So the game can be picked up for $19.99, and I think it's going to be well worth it. Good competition. It's going to get harder every level, and I don't know about upgrades to cars yet. But I will find that out and probably do another video on this later on. I don't think I'll do a lot of them, but wanted to do just kind of a quick review if you're looking for a good, fun, arcade type of race game. And look at that video right there. There's some off-road stuff. A little bit for everybody, if you're into different kinds of racing. So I like it. I also am playing Forza 4, which is much more realistic. But once in a while, just a fun arcade racing game is really, really fun. So go give it a chance, give it a whirl, and let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. Mr. Johns out.